What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel. I'm back with another edition of Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Tonight we're talking about The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 1, Episode number 7. I did not get to do it last night. I thought I was going to do it after hold up, y'all. Oh my God, I feel weird. Anyways, I thought I was going to do it after my Atlanta vlog, but I got tired and I didn't feel like doing it. So tonight, I'm doing it. Episode number 7 opens up where episode number 6 left off with them in their sister circle that who was talking? Robin was just basically telling the group that her and Juan lost all of their money in a Ponzi scheme. Their friend, someone they thought was like a best friend, was basically taking their money. She was saying she didn't know how long this person was taking their money or what. And I was like, what do you mean? Weren't you giving him the money to take? You know, he was telling you guys he was investing his money and y'all were giving him extra money. And I'm like, how much money did y'all give this man, girl? I mean, damn. Y'all were putting all of your eggs in this one basket? Wow. Okay. Something tells me that there's a little bit more to that story than what she was telling everyone. But, you know, at the end of the day, wow. That's all I can say is wow. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of people getting involved in those things and using their, life savings. And I just always wonder, like, why would you put all of your eggs in one basket? Anyway, so that she was just basically saying that, that's why they're in the situation that they're in. And then Ashley was saying in her interview that, now she really feels bad about bringing up Robin and Juan's bankruptcy, because you remember how she was talking to Katie and was like, they only have $25 in their bank account or whatever. I'm like, I don't know where the hell she got that from. Like, excuse me. I'm like, shit. I guess I've never Googled somebody to that extent to where, I'm coming up with financial information and all of that, But anyway, so then Giselle ends up asking Katie about her, if she was still doing the fundraiser, what was going on. And Katie is just like, yeah, I'm still doing it. Giselle's like, you need us to still help out? She was like, no, I don't need you guys to still help out. I done found another host committee to help me out. You guys might be invited, you might not be invited, but whatever, you don't need to worry about that. And then, Katie got quiet. Now, Katie's already like kind of in a mood because she, she's just, still pissed off a little bit at Giselle for, one, how her and Robin acted towards her at the lunch that they had when she asked them to help her out. And then two, she's, salty about the whole, her reading the blog and just kind of teasing her or whatever. So, I think just anything Giselle says to Katie is just going to piss Katie off at this point. So anyway, Ashley is just like, is there anything else that you want to talk about, Katie? And now because she said that, I'm like, is she also thinking that Katie is on drugs, because, Renee or Bryn or whatever her name was, she had brought it up at the dinner that they had and then Ashley's asking her a question, and I'm like, did y'all all sit down and have a conversation about Ashley being on drugs? I mean, I remember Giselle and Karen talking about it, but I don't remember anybody else being involved in the conversation. So anyway, Katie's like, no, like what? And then Giselle, just goes in and says, that they felt like her behavior at Ashley's birthday party was a bit bizarre, and they, thought that she may have been doing something a little bit more than drinking or whatever. But the way that Giselle said it, it was very judgy. It didn't sound like it was coming from a place of concern. It just sounded like she just was being nosy and judging a little bit or whatever. So Katie's like, no, I had, I threw a few back, and I mean, that's how Andrew and I's relationship are. I mean, we're very much in love, and that's just how we act towards each other or whatever. So, I mean, personally, I didn't think she was on drugs. I just thought, maybe she had a few too many tequila shots. I get, sometimes it just be like that, you done had a few tequila shots and mixing it with whatever else you're drinking or whatever. And, I don't know. I guess yeah, I didn't think that she was on anything other than the alcohol, you know, which is what they all were on, you know. Anyway, so basically, Karen gets a little uncomfortable. I think some of the other women were a little uncomfortable with Giselle asking her that, but nobody spoke up. Katie didn't speak up for herself really either, outside of saying, you know, no, she wasn't on drugs or whatever. So after that, they cut and all the ladies stand up and start dancing and trying to have a good time, but Katie's not feeling it. So Katie goes upstairs to her room. Ashley follows her and she's like, you know, do you want to talk or you want to be alone? And Katie's like, yeah, maybe in the morning we can talk, but right now I just, you know, I'm just tired and I want to go to sleep. So she cuts the night short. And then the next morning, Karen goes and talks to Ashley. She tells Ashley that she feels that Giselle should not have brought that up at that moment. No, this isn't what she tells Ashley. She tells Ashley that she feels like Giselle isn't being as sincere with the group because the story that she told in the sister circle was, you know, about her, you know, having the shits from drinking that tea. And then they discussed how they also felt like, you know, a little bad for Katie that, you know, that Giselle kind of put her on the spot like that. And basically Karen just did not think that was the time nor the place to bring it up. And like I said, she just really was not being sincere, Giselle, when she asked Katie about it. And you know what I mean? So Charisse and Brene, I keep wanting to call her Brene. It's Brene or something like that. They go into Katie's room and they weren't in Katie's room. Where were they at? They were in, I don't know, like the living room area or somewhere. And they were just talking about basically how bitchy Giselle is. And, you know, how they didn't understand, you know, why she's acting that way. And then Giselle walks in. And Giselle's like, oh, it gets quiet when I walk in, you know. Okay, they was like, yeah, because motherfucker, that's because we were talking about you, you know. And Katie is just basically like, you know, I don't ask you about, you know, your husband and all the stuff that he did. I don't ask you about all your sexual partners and things like that. And then Katie just walks away. So they're like, okay, like, you know, everybody's looking like, okay, that was a little strange. Then I guess in the next scene, this is all, I guess, the same morning that, you know, what happened the night before, you know, when Katie walked and went to her room and everybody else stayed downstairs. That was the night before. So then the next morning is like when Katie, Brene, and Robin were talking about it, and Giselle walks in. So then Katie goes to her room, and then I guess they must give Katie a little bit of time, and then when I guess they felt like enough time had passed, Brene goes into her room and is just like, you know, can we talk or whatever. She just basically, Katie feels that Giselle is being fake, and then Brene is just telling her like, look, you have to, you know, you got to learn how to read Giselle. Don't just, you know, just let her say whatever she wants to say to you, you know. And Katie's like, well, my way of dealing with people like that is just to walk away. You know, she doesn't really want to have that confrontation. And then Karen comes in and she's, you know, telling Katie basically the same thing that Brene told her, like, you know, you need to stand up for yourself because Giselle sees that she can pick at you, and that's what she's going to do. She's going to keep picking and picking and picking and picking and picking because you don't say anything to her, you know? And I mean, it's true. That's what people do. People like Giselle. I think Giselle has one of those personalities where she likes to feel like she's got the upper hand over someone, and she likes to poke fun at people. And I don't think that all the time. Well, I think what it is that she wants attention. And I don't think she means to hurt people's feelings. But at the same time, if you don't stand up to her and tell her, like, look, this is really hurting my feelings, she's going to continue to do it. So anyway, so the ladies end up going, it was raining. That's why they were stuck in the house. It was raining. So when the rain stopped, they all go to this store. It's like an old time store where they have, like, you know, older clothes from back in the day, the horse and buggy days or whatever. And Ashley makes a a little smart comment talking about, all of these ladies probably remember this from their childhoods. I thought that was a little funny, but you know, the ladies seem to be in the store and they seem to all be having a good time. And Katie basically pulls Giselle to the side, and she basically tells, you know, Giselle, like, I don't appreciate the way you've been treating me. I don't like being treated that way, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore. You are not going to treat me in this way. You know, you're not going to say things about me. You insulted me as a mother. And Giselle's like, I didn't say anything about you being a mother. I think you're a good mother. I've seen you with your kids. And Katie's like, well, saying that, you know, I'm irresponsible and, you know, I'm on drugs or whatever, that's, you know, saying that I'm not a responsible person, a responsible mother or whatever. And, you know, she was just running down the list of, you know, reasons why she's not going to allow Giselle to treat her like that. And I thought Giselle was going to snap back a little bit, but Giselle was kind of, I think she was just a little shocked when she kind of said that in her interview. She was just like, you know, she's usually used to Katie being the jokey girl, and she got a little serious on her ass, you know. So Giselle kind of was, you know, a little shocked or whatever, but she went ahead and apologized, and I was really happy that she apologized. And I'm like, that's how you check a bitch, okay? You let her know you're not going to talk to me this way. You're not going to do A, B, C, or D, which whatever you don't want the motherfucker to do, okay? And then they move on. They all take this group picture. And I can't remember who said Giselle thinks she's the madam, and then Katie's like, she's the bottom bitch. That was funny, but they all laughed about it, and they took the picture, and they seemed to have had a good time. And then they get ready to go out. This is like their final night of the girls' trip. So they are like, Ashley has arranged for them to go to this, it's like a gay bar, but they also have like drag shows or whatever there. So Katie arranged for them to go there. Now, before they go, Katie's husband calls her, and Ashley's husband calls, and Michael, I think is his name. And you know, I guess just asks where they're going or whatever, and she tells them, you know, which bar they're going to be at or whatever, and which I didn't think was a big deal at the time, you know, because Katie, all these damn 80s and Katie's and whatever, Karen, you know, also was texting her husband and told him that, you know, that they were also going to this gay bar or whatever. So they all get all dolled up, and Giselle's like, she's wearing this lace thing because, you know, they're going to a gay bar. Robin's like, they ain't looking at you. They are not checking for you, girl, okay? But, you know, I get what she was saying. You know, she wanted to be a little bit more risque because she didn't have to worry about nobody pushing up on her, you know. But, so they go to dinner, and they have, like, dinner at this restaurant. You know, the view's really pretty that they're in the, I don't remember what they ordered. But, they all just start talking about their relationships. Karen asks Katie does she know when Andrew's going to marry her, you know, and Katie's like, well, he does want to get married. I think he just is waiting to surprise me or whatever. I'm like, girl, I don't know what the hell what you smoking, girl, but I've been watching this show, and it don't seem like that man wants to marry you anytime soon. So maybe they were right. Maybe you are on something, girl. She's smoking that, she hitting that blunt though, making her memory go a little bad, because she don't remember all the stuff that this man done told her. He ain't trying to get married right now, and she needs to calm the fuck down, you know. But Katie is just basically saying that, you know, her first marriage, she just rushed into it because she felt that that's what she was supposed to do at that time. She was 30 or in her 30s, and she felt like that's what she needed to do. You know, because of all the pressure of society and probably her family or whatever. But she realized that was a mistake. And, you know, so with Andrew, she's trying to take it slow. I'm like, well, girl, you ain't taking it too slow. You done moved yourself and your 3 kids up in his house. And, you know, and y'all have been together since you said you were like pregnant, or no, you left your husband right after you got pregnant. But y'all have been together for a little while, and you're living with him. So I don't know how slow that's taking it. But anyways, basically Karen tells her she needs to keep her legs closed. She needs to cut off the milk supply until he acts right. And then they all, I can't remember how they got on the subject of prenups, but then they all decide, you know, I think Katie asked would they sign a prenup or something, and Giselle's like, well, I didn't in my first marriage, but I wouldn't have a problem signing it if someone asked me to sign it. And then, I don't know, they all talk about their prenups, and then Ashley's like, well, I signed a prenup, but my prenup is all right because, you know, even if we do divorce, you know, I will still be okay. I will get a good piece of chunk of money, all right? So Ashley will always be all right. She is not worried about it. You know, the rest of y'all motherfuckers need to learn how to negotiate like me. She didn't say all that, but that's what I was thinking. I'm like, shit, well, she need to teach some motherfuckers then. Hell, I mean, how much are you gonna be getting, girl? Huh? How much you gonna be getting? And then Giselle compliments Ashley on being a good host. She's like, she wasn't sure how it was gonna turn out, and they were like, oh yeah, now you're part of the gang. You part of the gang, girl. We welcoming you into our circle for now. But that circle is fickle, okay? That welcoming into the circle is a fickle thing, all right? You're gonna learn that shit, Ashley, in a minute. Anyways, but one thing Ashley did say was that she would hope that if they really didn't want to come, that they would have told her that they really didn't want to come and didn't just come to feel obligated. I'm like, girl, they came. Even if they didn't want to come, they was gonna go because the producers like, you better figure it out and get your ass on down to the beach. I can't remember what the name, Brandon is the name of the beach or something like that. You better get your ass on down there. That's what the producers told them. So they go on ahead and they head to the drag show. You know, they got a little party bus or something like that going, and they get to the drag show and they're dancing and having a good time. They're letting loose. Karen ass was definitely having a good time. Did y'all see her? She was extra turned. They was booty grinding with the dudes up in the club and stuff. And you know, I guess it's okay because it's a gay club or whatever. But yeah, they were having them a nice good old time. So then they sit down to watch the drag show. The dude like tries to shake them. I guess talking about they don't look like they from Potomac. They look like they from Southeast DC. I'm like, I guess that's the bad part of DC, and you know, trying to be a little shady, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. So as they're watching the show, who walks in? Katie's motherfucking husband, Michael. And you know, everybody turns around like, what the fuck is you doing here, dude? You know, Ashley's all excited to see her husband though, and but this just turns the mood for the rest of the night, okay? Giselle and Karen were not having that, all right, y'all? They were not having it. They were like, what the hell is he doing here, Katie? I mean, Ashley, you need to tell him to leave. He should not be here. And, you know, then they all get ready to get on the bus, and Karen's like, I just want to let you know that Ray would not be happy about this, okay? He would not be happy about this, you know? And then Ashley's like, well, okay, you guys are going home in the morning, all right? So, I don't know what the problem is, you know what I mean? And she did say something about he didn't have to hang out with them. He could be in another room. But I think that just went way over the ladies' heads. I don't think they even heard her, or they just didn't care or whatever. So they all get in the bus and they head home and back to Ashley's house. And Ashley stays at the club with her husband, which I thought was a little bogus or whatever. But, you know, okay, it's a girls' trip. You know, I don't think he should have showed up. I'm not sure why he showed up. It's a girls' trip. You know, there weren't going to be any other guys there. I'm not sure exactly why he brought his ass on down there. I'm like, you know, is he nervous that, you know, she gonna get with somebody on this girls' trip? Or does he just want to be on camera? I mean, I don't know what his reasoning was for going there, but the other women were pissed the fuck off, okay? Robin was, you know, she was like, you know, she was a little thrown back, but she was just like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, you guys. Calm down. Please calm down. But Giselle and Karen was acting like this man was there to fucking, you know, pull like, get some sandwiches going or something. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what they thought the man was gonna do. I mean, inappropriate, yes. But is it worth ruining the rest of the night for? No, it really isn't. You know, I would have been a little upset with Ashley for ditching us and not coming on the bus and going right home with us, you know, but whatever. So then they all get back to the house, and a few minutes later, Ashley and Michael come in, and they just let Ashley have it. They talking to her as if Michael isn't even in the room, okay? Karen is like, this is Karen was like, this is why you never take in strays, because they piss all over your carpet. live straight. That was some funny shit, y'all. I mean, seriously, that was funny as hell. I'm sorry, it was funny. But, you know, she was just really overreacting to me. I mean, like I said, I understand being disappointed. But you're talking to this woman about her husband, and her husband standing right there, and you're sitting in their house. And Ashley's like, this is his house. I'm not going to tell him that he can't come to his house and, you know, or whatever. What I would have preferred that her husband had done is, if he was going to be there, you know, everybody was leaving the next day and maybe they were going to hang out, you know, a few more days or whatever. What he should have done was, one, go to a hotel room. I mean, he can afford it, you know, and just stay for the night. Or two, he should have just, when him and Ashley came into the house, he should have fixed his cocktail and went on up to their bedroom and just hung out up there. You know, he didn't, I mean, he clearly wanted to be part of the party. That's clearly what, you know, his reasoning was for coming there or whatever. But at the same time, Robin and Giselle were getting a little disrespectful towards him. So I think that they were just taking it a little too far. So they going upstairs, Robin and Giselle. The rest of the ladies stay downstairs and hang out. Robin, Katie, and what's her name? Brene. And even Sharice. Sharice was pretty quiet. You know, she wasn't really saying too much. I think she went to bed too, though. So, yeah, and then, you know, everybody else stayed downstairs. They had a good time. The next morning, Giselle was like, Robin, you stayed up with them? And Robin was like, yeah, we stayed up till like 2 in the morning. We playing beer pong and, you know, whatever. And it was a good time. Like, you know, it wasn't the night that we had planned, but at the same time, you know, just roll with it. You know, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I don't know what the hell they thought Michael was going to do to them, though. they was just pissed off. But I guess Karen was like, she already knew her man was not going to be happy with that, and she knew she was going to have to tell him. So, you know, I think that's more so what she was concerned about. And anyway, so they all packing their clothes up. Katie can't find her keys. Katie is ready to get the fuck up out of there. Anyway, she can't find her keys. They finally found the keys. Now, the producers, I mean, I guess they're not supposed to talk to them, but did y'all see that they pointed the camera at the counter where the keys was? I was like, aren't those the keys right there? And those were the keys, because Giselle came back to pick the keys up. So, anyways, Ashley's standing up on the top balcony, and they're leaving, and she's like, bye, bye, bye. She's not even walking them to the car or anything. She's like, get the fuck up out of my house, okay? Y'all ungrateful bitches. Ooh-wee. I mean, I hate that their last night on the girls' trip was ruined. I just wish the ladies would have just went with the flow a little bit more. I wish that Ashley maybe would have told her husband to, you know, just go to the bedroom so that they can still have their girls' time or whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah, it was just a little extreme the way that Karen and Giselle were acting. It was extreme. I mean, like I said, I understand their frustration, but at some point, I mean, are you just gonna let that ruin your whole night? Like, that's what I didn't get. But anyways, that's really all I have. You know, basically, Ashley is out of the game, y'all. She ain't in the circle no more. That was a quick little run she had in the high society black women of Potomac circle, you know. But hey, she's out of the circle, and next week it looked like she gonna be kicked even farther out of the circle. She ain't even gonna be allowed to be in the motherfucking town anymore. She keep it up. So, anyways, y'all, that's all I have for the Real Housewives of Potomac season 1, episode number 7. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Bye-bye.